Aloha mai kako I ka poʻe makamaka o nā kai ʻewalu. O wau iho no o Alohilani Okamura no ka mokupuni o ke ʻawe. Haʻoli wau I ka ʻike ʻana o kou pakahia pau I ke ala. Aloha. I'm Alohilani Okamura and I teach at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, Institute for Teacher Education, College of Ed, and I do the world languages. When we produce the teacher candidate and they go out, they go to communities that maybe they weren't brought up in the changes, right? So the changes are really, they're coming with what's happening now in second language acquisition, but going to communities where it's still done very traditionally. So there's tension there. Tension between like pedagogy, right? Of how we're gonna approach language learning. And so if you're non-tenured going into a department, you're gonna fall in line to try to do, if like AP is driving what they do, as opposed to how do we make this culturally relevant and culturally responsive learning that the kids are, fully embracing, or we need to know X number of vocab and sentence structures. And from the state side, they didn't really have somebody being an advocate for languages at the state office for a long, long time. So, and then it's hierarchy, right? So it comes down, and so maybe the department head gets all the information, but it doesn't get to the guys on the front line. And so if there's an awesome CI workshop that's happening this weekend, the department head isn't really excited about it, will maybe just say it at a meeting, but won't be advocating for it or looking for funding or encouraging teachers to get involved, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of one thing. And not having somebody at the state level to reach out was really a huge void. We currently at the College of Ed have world language candidates are about 20% of all enrollment, and it's projected another 20% for the incoming cohort. So that's exciting, right? Because we don't really go out and recruit for language people to come in. Growth, yes, because with the new superintendent, so just speaking about public ed, new superintendent, in her strategic plan, world languages falls in all 3 strands, and it actually falls in 4 different places. So very, very supportive of languages and the growth. So growth from immersion programs, Hawaiian immersion, and other language. So really looking at models, and the 2 that I've heard most is Korean and Chinese to start in DOE. As well as the other side of the spectrum is growing, typically how we have classrooms now, right? Language learning. And so all of that, knowing that language is really important for students. The cool thing that we're doing at the college is that one way to change the mindset, right, of departments is to get teacher candidates there, right? And so I just, by the assignments that I give, like, have a discussion with your mentor teacher around, what do they feel about CI, and like maybe talk about it, read the article together and have a discussion, and then, come back and, tell us. As well as, so I don't profess to be a CI person, but like as I'm learning, and then so I'll take an idea, and from like this classroom, and I'll like help this student, I'm like, hey, maybe try this, okay, let's look at this, and da-da-da. But when their mentor teacher sees it happening, and they're like, I've never heard that much spoken ever in my class, ever. What is that? And
you've seen this, you've seen these responses.
Oh yeah, and I'm just trying to be really cool about it, and it's just like, oh, okay, I can see them at the computer going, what was that again? What was that again? I was like, no, it's just kind of trying, but I think a lot of it is, I can't just give you the book, but if I can show you and you can see at least there's room for discussion and room for growth. Right. And so, which is really exciting, but really defining what is the end, right?
Yeah.
So as I'm going to classes even, and I'm like, that was beautiful what you did. Why would a kid care? And they're like, oh, really?